Hello friends, my name's Emile and welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport 6. Today we are doing another race car build, and the subject for today's race car build is the Mitsubishi Galant VR4. Now this is a pretty interesting car. I don't think I've seen anyone actually cover this thing here in Forza Motorsport 6, and that's a bit of a shame because it's quite an interesting car. So let's get into this. Right. First up, I'm not sure whether to swap the engine on this. We can stick a Skyline 2.6 litre inline 6 twin turbo in here. It does add a lot of weight, but I think I'm going to have that. Drive a train swap. No, I like four-wheel drive. Right, this is where the car gets interesting. It has some interesting parts for it. Anyway, so there's that, which apparently has AMG written on the front of it, sure. And then there's that, which is amazing. It's got a dinner plate on the actual bumper itself. That's fantastic. We're having that. Yes, we are. Rear end, we will have the Forza Aero, I think. Rear end, again, bumper isn't particularly interesting. It's sort of, I don't know, I assume there's a body kit available for this. You can get lots and lots of mud flaps all over the place. We'll have those, sure. And finally, we'll have that, which adds two of those on the... I don't know what they are either. Anyways, there we go. That's all of the visual stuff done to this vehicle. Right. As far as what class we're going to build this to, I'm not really sure. I think I might go for a B-class build on this vehicle, just because, why not? Apparently it had a 2-litre 16-valve turbo engine. It doesn't anymore, as a 2.6 litre, I believe it's the RB26, I don't know, I'm not very good with Japanese engines. Oh wait, actually, no. Important things have been forgotten. Tyres, yes. Sport tyres, I think, for this. I'm going to chance it. I'm going to go for the sport tyres and see how we cope on those. Tyre whips aren't particularly big, but hey, I guess it's okay. We are going to have the race transmission, because of course we are, because we need it. We are also going to get the race clutch, because I assume this gearbox will be very, very slow. Don't think I need a diff in this. It's a four-wheel drive vehicle, so I shouldn't. Have I done weight reduction? Ooh, no, we haven't got any weight reduction, right. Okay, so we can have that and some weight reduction. We can get one level in weight reduction, yes. Okay, so we are running pretty heavy, but we are running a decent amount of power. This is basically like the opposite to the way I build most vehicles, which I guess is one good reason why I use the Galant. Because usually I'd build the vehicles to be as light as possible and not too much in the way of power. With this one, I've gone with power. Now that I think about it, actually, I may rear drive swap this. In fact, I am going to rear drive swap it. I have a distinct feeling there's going to be an awful lot of understeer in this vehicle. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with a rear-wheel drive swap, just to see how it copes with that. Can't quite get that rate reduction on, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm just going to go with light and parts and everything else. Maybe I could get this under £3,000. I kind of doubt it. Please, can I... £3,001. Come on. Let me shake off another pound. Just another pound, that's all I ask. Nope. Sorry, I'm putting the diff in now. So there we go. Anyway, that's the Mitsubishi Galant built up. Not really sure how this one's gonna go. I've swapped the drivetrain, I've swapped the engine in it, so it won't drive at all like a standard Galant. So we'll have to see how well it copes. I'm not going to mess with the gearbox on that, because that looks pretty good, and yeah. I'm going to lower the ride height a little bit, not too much. I am going to stick that up a little bit as well. My biggest fear with this, why is that at 100? Nope, you're coming down. We'll have about 40 and 80, sure. Right. Anyways, yeah, that is it for the Galant's actual build. As far as how this is going to go, I don't know. I predict horribly wrong. What track do we want to take this one to? Good question. Have we done a race build at Road America yet? I don't think we have. So we'll go to Road America, I guess. We'll go with that one. Sure. Right, yes, anyway, I need to increase the limit back up. I'm recording this straight after the race build of the, I forgot what it was called. The car I did. The Astra, yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'm having to reduce that back down. So, how will the Galant do? I'm not too sure. As I said, my biggest fear with this is either understeer or oversteer. You never know, this could be a perfectly nice car to drive. I think it might weigh a bit too much, but I'm not sure if I should have really upgraded those twin turbos on it. Maybe I should have just upgraded the air filter and the exhaust. That might have been a good idea. But either way, we shall find out. We're going to the West Route alternate version of Road America. Now, this is the one with some nasty chicanes in it as well, so yeah, hopefully this goes well. Anyways, as always with the race builds, we are going to be starting all the way back in 22nd place because I haven't got the back of the pack mod as much as I would like it. So anyways, we are surrounded by cars which are probably more expensive than this and cars that don't look as ridiculous as this. Okay, so the rev counter actually works on this, which is quite nice. Right, off the line, we are a little squirmy. How are we doing with the straight line speed? We're not terrible, right. Yeah. This track isn't really meant for people to go racing on. We need to just essentially do that. It's a rally car, it's fine. Yeah. Anyways, right. Through that first corner though, it felt surprisingly nice, and actually on this straightaway it isn't faring too bad. Don't have to break through there unlike they do. Get out my way, my favourite Ferrari is trying to kill me. Right, can we get the brakes on the RS6? Yes we can. That Audi is looking terribly beat up. I think that might have been one that I collided with a little bit through the first corner. He's swinging to the inside a bit too. Like, this actually feels quite nice, not gonna lie. That Viper is running a bit of a weird run on there. Yeah, and the Lotus is kind of going for my line through here. I usually just go over them bumps because it's a bit easier than going around. This is, the West alternate route is a very, very strange track to get used to because there's just so many tricky corners and lines through corners that don't look like they should be there, but they are. So yeah, it's a very, very weird track. I don't usually like racing around here, but because we haven't come to Road America yet, I figured we'd do this. It's probably my favourite of the Road America layouts because I'm not a huge fan of Road America itself. I don't know, just something about it doesn't really suit me. It's a bit too long and a bit too boring for me, but yeah, this track I don't mind because it always keeps you on your toes. Right, anyways, break into there. 5 laps may... Ooh, Christ, Viper is gonna shut me down on there. There is an Aston Martin DBS grinding on a Shelby Daytona coupe. Okay. That was a very, very expensive collision, one would imagine. Right, we are... I think we might be quicker than the DBS. He's gonna break through there, is he? No, okay. Staying planted. He might break through here, though. Potentially, he's gonna try and go up the... Oh, GTO's gonna try and move across and get smacked by my Galant. Yeah, I definitely bought the right car for this because my car is worth so much less than their cars are. And they're all having a crash, so it doesn't really matter if I ding my car up a bit. Might just have to reattach some of the fog lights. Anyways, yeah, I am genuinely surprised by this Galant. It's actually quite a nice B-class car, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is one of those surprises of this series. I always kind of like being surprised by vehicles in this series. And this one is definitely surprising. I don't know... Whoa! I don't know what that birdcage is doing, but it's doing something. Or the bathtub, as I like to call it, because it does look a bit like a bathtub when it's white. Unfortunately, that one's red, but still. Anyways, yeah. This Galant is generally quite surprising. It's relatively nice to drive. It's very predictable. You know, you can hear the rear end sliding out on this and everything, and, you know, admittedly, I would prefer it not to, but it's very, very controllable when it does. This car actually reminds me quite a lot of the Plymouth Prowler. When I built that thing up with the NASCAR engine, that thing was insanely nice to drive. It was a very, very good car, that one. And this kind of reminds me of that, in the sense that, yeah, the rear end will come out on it, but it's very controllable when it does. and it's, yeah, very, very easy to sort it out. So yeah, the Galant gets top marks from me, because it's a very, very good car, this. Right, let's see if we can actually claim a first place on this. Everything about this is pretty much spot on. The gear ratios, I'm glad I didn't touch those. I'm glad I switched it to rear wheel drive. The only, I mean, this thing might have been better if I had just sort of not gone with twin turbo upgrade and instead upgraded the exhaust and the air filter and the sort of stuff I'd usually do. But it's still not half bad for something that was basically speed built. Let's hop over these curbs, which do upset it a little bit, but then again it upsets every single car. Alright. Lamborghini Countach and a Lotus Exige are apparently fighting it out there, which is pretty interesting. The supercar of tomorrow versus the supercar of yesterday, because of course most people are predicting supercars are going to have to get lighter and lighter and use less and less power, like the Alpha 4C and that Lotus. I'm going to dive up the inside of the Countach. The only thing I will say is the brakes might not be quite as good as I personally would like. No, but then again, like, I want every car to have brakes like a Dodge Viper ACR, which has ridiculously good brakes. Apparently the cars in the front here are the C63 Black and the Audi RS7. Let's see what we can do about these. I'm not going to go for anything through here. Welcome to Online Lobbies, folks. He's doing a online lobby thing. I'm not on an online lobby. I've raced online on Forza Motorsport 6 a handful of times. I did it during the Can-Am Rivals event to get that unicorn car. I should have really done it to get the Lamborghini Huracan. I didn't get the Huracan in the end. I also didn't get the Aston Martin Vantage, in case you're wondering. Unfortunately, because I just gave up on that Rivals event because it was stupid silly. So I decided not to go for it. But yeah, I mean, the Huracan, I haven't got that, the Super Trofeo one, which is fair enough. I mean, it doesn't bother me all that much. I'm kind of hoping the opportunity to get that car presents itself again, because I wouldn't mind, you know, it's like all the unicorn cars in Forza. I wouldn't mind them, but I'm not exactly kicking myself. It's like the thing for the Ferrari. I kind of wanted that, because I was going to cover it on the channel, but I decided not to, just because it's not all that interesting. I've got two of them, actually. Is it the 312P or something like that, the unicorn car? Yeah, I've got two of them. I don't know why I've got two of them, but I have, so yeah. That's fun. I'll probably, like, I don't know, maybe I'll do a super special race build where I race build a race car for racing sakes. Ooh, bit of slidey through there, but then again, every car. This is, like, one of the biggest arses on this corner, or on this track, I should say, is that corner, because it's a little bit tricky. Up the outside, inside, outside. Inside, outside, inside, out. Yeah, I went up the inside of the RS7 and we are now in the lead. Yeah, I definitely think I should have put this to 4 laps, but yeah, either way, we're coming to an end now, and I've got to say this Galant is fantastic. It really is a good car, this. It's fantastic. Like I said, my only real issue is I would kind of like it to stop a bit better, but other than that, this is fantastic. This may very well become one of my fallback B-Class cars that I use. I believe I'm almost certain I built a car up to B-Class at one point. It was very, very good. If anyone's actually watched through all of these race builds and can actually remember, please tell me. Oh, Christ. Okay. Go, go, go. Yeah. You see, what happened there is I messed up. I went over those bumps. I think I took a bit too much speed over there, and they threw the car out. Right, I've got to try and catch up this RS7 now. No more Mr. Nice Guy RS7. I'm gonna get past you. I am a bit better on the brakes than you are. Come on. Right, I have to take him through this bend if I want to get him. He's shutting the door on me. He's shutting the door. I'm making the door. I am forcibly opening the door. There we go. We are past the Audi RS7 and we will take victory in a slightly cheaty way, but still, no matter, because the Mitsubishi Galant is a very, very good car, even if it is quite beat up. Yeah, that track really beats the cars up a bit. So yeah, anyways, Mitsubishi Galant, give this car a go. Apparently it's quite good, and I assume most of you have probably forgotten about it. Anyways, friends, that is it for today's video. I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name has been The Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.